What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Kentastic here. Just coming to you back from the long off season, of course, since the collapse versus the Seattle Seahawks on Christmas Eve. One thing that I want to say is, I feel very good and very fortunate that the Cowboys have made some drastic changes to the lineup and also to the team, and they kind of doing something that hasn't really been done here in quite a long time. It's kind of being a cutthroatish type atmosphere. Um, for starters, this is the Week One matchup preview that I'm going to talk about versus the Carolina Panthers. We'll go to their house in Charlotte, North Carolina, at the Bank of America Stadium. This game is going to be in late afternoon. It's supposed to be raining, isolated thunderstorms around kickoff, but it should clear up, as the game kind of goes on. One thing that I want to say about the Carolina Panthers is, of course, they have a All-Pro, former NFL MVP, Cam Newton at the helm, and also, they got couple of standovers from that 2015 season that went to the Super Bowl that particular year, and Luke Kuechly, the linebacker. Now, one thing that I want to say about this particular matchup is that Carolina does. They've been throughout their history. They've been kind of known as a defensive. They have a good defensive bunch. Also, too, they always had a pretty good running back, or a set of running backs that they have. They had a good, they also have a good, strong running team, but they never really been like a passing team. Only person on that franchise and that history really stands out the most is, Steve Smith. Excuse me. Now, the one thing that I want to say is I know that, what's going on, buddy? One thing that I want to say is, going into this game, I know, everybody's been talking about, well, what they gonna do without Dez? What they gonna do without Mr. Reliable Jason Witten? What they gonna do now without Dan Bailey? Inexperienced wide receivers that we have. All these different talks. I mean, it's a lot of he say she say. They're not really sure what's going to happen. They're not really sure how it's going to all work out. And also the defense, too, because, the fact that now we got Randy Gregory back. Thank goodness. We got Tank Lawrence. Actually had a great year last year. Sean Lee's healthy. Also, you got, Jalen Smith fully healthy. You got, LVE, Landon Vanderish, the rookie coming out of Boise State, playing some linebacker. Also, you got a couple of the, cats that's out on the outside. Also, they put Byron Jones back to his natural position as the cornerback. So my I'm gonna say the Cowboys is gonna win this game against Carolina. I mean, that is plain and simple. It's not because I'm a Cowboys fan or anything like that. What it is that the fact is, I like for us to go in there kind of being unknown and to prove something to not only to ourselves, but well, to I love for I'm acting like I'm on the team, but I'm not. I'm just a fan. For I love for them to go in there, handle their business, do what they need to be doing, and just have fun. But also at the same time, too, remember this is a business. This is a business of winning, and this is a business of either you're gonna be eating, Roman noodles to flaming young or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, Jalen Smith, man, I think Jalen. This is the type of game that Jalen Smith can really come out and show the NFL that he's the force to be reckoned with. Because last year he played all 16 games that everybody tend to forget about, especially after a devastating knee injury on New Year's Day in the Fiesta Bowl. Um, you know, it was no telling if he's going to be back or not. You just didn't know what was going to happen. So they, I guess the doctors, they felt confident in him to go out and he'll be okay. But for him to play 16 games after missing nearly 2 years of football, and the way he played last year, he played pretty well. He wasn't nearly where he was. I mean, I won't say he was nearly where he was at Notre Dame, but I felt that his presence was there. It just is all about getting his feet wet, and I'm sure that everything kind of work itself out too going forward. The most important thing is, can we get anywhere? Can we get 13 games out of Sean Lee this year? That's the most important thing. That's the most important thing. Can we get 13 games out of him? If we can get 13 games out of him, we should be fine. If not, then somebody else going to take over. All right, so kind of got off track there. I believe, like I said, I believe we can go on this. We can go on this up to there. I believe that the Cowboys can go up on the road to the Carolinas and handle their business. Due to the fact that we do have some edge rushers, we finally have some pass rush. We got a good young secondary, and the linebackers that we do have in Sean Lee, Jalen Smith, LVE, Damian Wilson, Joe Thomas. Those guys, I feel that they can make some noise. And I think that's going to be the strong point of this defense. Other than the fact that we do have edge rushers, but, it just what it is. What he said, I'm sad that Jalen got hurt, but it wasn't his first injury. He could have been a Cowboy. I say, yeah, yeah. But like I said, the Cowboys should win this game. I'm sure it's going to be somewhat of a semi-close game from the get, and then I'm sure that the Cowboys be able to run a heavy doses of Zeke and Dak control the game, and like I said, the most important thing is let's come out of this game injury free, and also let's come out of this game knowing that, hey, we got a chance here to do something with this young bunch. Remember, this is the youngest team in the NFC right now this year. So, let's show what we can, let's show what they can do, and hope for the best. And that's all I really got. And how about them Cowboys? I'm out. It's your boy Kentastic. Peace.